Okay, so hello, and welcome to the OnlyCrams Podcast, episode 7. I am your ghost, I am your ghost. God damn, wrong time of year for that. I'm your host, X_Goose, and with me I have Tsnydes28, a man who is absolutely loving Worlds right now. How's it going, my man?
Oh, it's actually going a lot better than I had anticipated. Worlds has been
Better than my intro?
I don't know about that. That's hard to beat this morning. But I mean, Worlds has been very interesting to see. You're seeing your traditional 2-1-2s plays. You're seeing upsets. You're seeing. It's crazy to see it. I'm enjoying it. I really hope that there's a day 2 in today, because I would love to be able to play and watch it. I'd be so happy. But Goose, how have the games been for you? Like, are they going well?
The games have been okay. The games have not been too bad. I've not been mortified when I've been playing. So I'm kind of coming online. It's just kind of like, okay, right, yeah, let's see how things go. And some games have been good. Some games have not been not so good.
Okay.
And it's not been the end of the world. I've been generally happier than upset when I've not played.
Oh, very nice.
Which is always a nice place to be, I think.
Yeah, I agree with
Worlds. I wanted to talk a little bit about Worlds, because it wasn't originally on the schedule. We were going to talk about the new Mon, which I thought was a really good idea. But I really do want to talk about Worlds, because I was obsessed last night. Like, it was so good. I was watching Spraggle's stream, Jake the Content Cowboy, for those of you who have not been on there already. Brilliant caster, lovely man as well by the looks of things. And the games were just so good. Like, you know, we all kind of expect Team Shiny and Gaming Gladiators to plow on through. But we have some other big teams like Foreign Famous, is it? Assassin Dave's team?
Mm-hmm.
Foreign Famous and Crash's team, which I believe are the Bandicoots.
Yes.
Again, two big pillars in the Unite community, and they played their games, and spoiler alert, they ended up losing. Like, both teams got dropped out, which is crazy, because we were seeing people who are good players getting beat. And I mean, I want to give a shout out to the unexpected team for me, which was the Brave Birders. They were unbelievable. Like, their Talonflame, I would say, carried pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
Sweet Jesus. that man knows how to play. I'm saying that man. That person knows how to play it. Like, oh my days, it was so good. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, I haven't seen someone dominate with a Talonflame like that ever. Like, it was fantastic. And it was just, I mean, their strategy was a bit one-trick pony. Like, it was like, feed it to Talonflame and watch Talonflame boss the middle.
Yep.
But, you know, it worked.
And
it worked super well.
And that's the thing. If you can catch lightning in a bottle at the right time, you know, catch somebody slipping up, making a wrong move, you can pull a win. You could pull an upset.
Yeah. And it was, it really was an absolute pleasure to see. So hopefully we get to see more of them. And I'd be really, really pleased to see more of that going forward. I want to try and catch some of the European games today, hopefully, if there's any on. I don't know if they are, but I think that's my plan. I really want to catch some of the European games, because all that I've been able to catch so far are American teams, which, don't get me wrong, was great, but I want to see some European representation on my end.
And I don't blame you. I really don't. I mean, it would be nice to see kind of a little bit of the rest of the world and see what their meta's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know last time that we saw this, it was a lot of, like, breed and invade, and I enjoy these kind of different metas, different play styles going on.
Oh, absolutely. It's what keeps the game fresh.
Yes.
What keeps things working. And for me, yeah, it's been so good. And anybody who hasn't caught any games yet, or you know, is interested but doesn't know where to find them, again, Spraggles, Dr. Kendo, Big, streaming a lot of these games. a lot of the teams are streaming their point of view as well, which is really cool. Because you get to see the inner workings of how the teams play as well. It's not just a case of, right, okay, you get to see how the casters talk and make it all flashy and nice. You get to see the teams and their thought processes as well, and how they react to in-game events, which is big to me, because you get quite a good tactical insight. So yeah, keep an eye out on those spaces, folks, if that's what you're interested in.
Do you guys plan on trying to go contest red here?
I mean, probably not. I'm moving down, but it's already
Oh,
gone. Like
okay.
the bottom team is not playing well, to be quite honest. Speaking of Talonflames ganking, we are getting absolutely ruined down here by Talonflames. So, Kyrie's not playing fantastic, and Serena should never jungle, and yet we have a jungling Serena. So.
Yeah, we can't fix everything. We can try, but we can't.
No. But yeah, what I did want to talk about, which I think is going to be quite big, is the new Mon.
Duraludon.
What do you think? Yeah, Duraludon. Again, a bit of a curveball, in my opinion. I did not think that Duraludon, I think when Hooper came out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's so weird." Like, it's Hooper. No one would have thought of that. And then once again, come out with a bit of a curveball and Duraludon.
We kind of were like, oh. I've seen some people in Spraggle's channel. He's like, yeah, we called it. I'm like, what? How did you? Yeah. I was like, how did you get that? I guess they were referencing the scary face aspect to it. Because there's a certain move. Oh, I'm gonna go down here hard. There's a certain move that Duraludon has that indicates his face, like a scary face move, and that's what he kind of put the 2 and 2 together. Oh. So I mean, hey, kudos to him for being able to do that.
Interesting.
The only thing that I wish that we could do is we need another healer. I'll be 100% honest. We need somebody.
We definitely need some different supports.
Yeah, we have a lot of attack. We need support. We need something. But Duraludon, though, looks like it's going to be my type of a Pokemon. It's a kind of like a kitey, slow-moving, ranged attacker. And I'm really hopeful that we can... I don't want to say change the meta, but I would love to see a shakeup in it. I would love to see that.
Yeah, it's super interesting pick, because it's...
Oh no.
It's just so strange. Like, I could have had 900 guesses, and I would have never picked Duraludon. And I mean, there's only 893 Pokemon, so I would have...
You would have said one at least twice.
Oh god, easy. It's one of those things where it's just like, where did this come from? And the idea is fantastic, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, stole that.
Nice snipe, by the way. I think it's what we need, because I think everybody kind of wants to go for the more famous Mons. And I really like the idea of not going for the famous ones. Call me a hipster if you will, but I think it's every Mon needs some time to shine. And this game seems like the perfect opportunity to do that. So
yeah, I agree 100%.
I really like it. I've had a look at the video. I don't know, have you seen the video of Duraludon, the gameplay video?
I have. The only thing is that it's been probably about a week since I've seen it, so the breakdown is going to be probably more on your end. Okay. Since it's really fresh in your head.
In terms of breakdown, it's more just I really like the way that it looks like it's supposed to play, because it's got one move which kind of looks hilarious, but is also it looks really mean. Like, you can just, and I'm not sure what move it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be oh come on, what's the steel move that Lucario learns? It's kind of like the steel beam.
Oh, like flash cannon?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be flash cannon or something along those lines, where Duraludon gets down on all fours and just starts to blast beams out, and that seems like it looks like a sea tower, like it looks like a literal tank.
Yeah, so it makes me wonder, when you're using flash cannon, I think this is what my brain is trying to think and comprehend. When you're using that move, you're going to have a timer around your moveset, kind of like you do with your cooldown. But once you use it, you're going to get down into that stance. You're going to be able to press and hold what it looks like press and hold, and that's going to kind of be like a charge up. And then the charge up is going to be like, oh, okay, you know, you can do a bunch of like short little bursts, or you can I was going to try to backdoor, but we're going to go here.
Yeah, we got 3 down. We should really be taking this.
Go ahead. I got slow smoked. Why are we... Okay, you got that. They're going to be back. So, like, I was kind of thinking, like, oh, if we have this, like, power-up literal tank, that would be so cool to see, like, oh, I want to use one big blast, and it takes up 5 seconds to charge, or whatever the case may be. I think that'd be really cool, or you could, you know, kind of rapid that and just... Oh, do we want to pinch this off? No.
No, I'm not going to be able to finish it.
I'm not going to get out of here either.
No, it's all good. I think we've got enough points here to be able to claim victory.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how it works. I'm not 100%. I know I saw that the beam and then what looks like stealth rocks.
Yes, yeah, there was something. It's either going to be stealth rocks or iron spikes. I didn't see. I wasn't able to double check, but
I would say that I will pull it up, but I'm afraid if I do anything, my computer's going to go. No.
Yeah, mine might also do the same here. But yeah, we need someone back in here. It's going to be super interesting to see, just to see what it can do. Because like you say, it just seems so. It seems like it's just going to be one of those ones where you can just sit and you can blast things off, and like you can just imagine being so on my screen now in that kind of crosshair where the zap is going to appear. And if you're like, right, okay, my time to shine. Just get down all fours, nobody can shift you, you're going to have super shields, you maybe got a Blissey or a Wiggly ult to kind of keep you going, and you're just going to be able to pop those things off, and nothing is going to be able to stop you. I can see potential for this being super OP.
I would love that, to be honest.
That's what Venusaur is supposed to be like, right? Like Venus... that's the message that I seem to get across with a Venusaur Solar Beam build, is that you're supposed to be this tanky mon that can just sit there and rip off solar beams and absolutely obliterate the opponent. And it can kind of be like that, but the damage on solar beams a little bit capped, and you know, Venusaur, if it's not level 13, or even if it's not running the pedal dance build, it can kind of be a little fragile, because you don't have as much survivability, I don't think. But with Duraludon being that big, tanky steel dragon, you could really see that working, and that kind of excites me.
So I'm currently looking at one of these. It doesn't look like they have much information on it. They don't have rate build, they don't have strengths, they don't have weaknesses, they have lanes, but they have no idea. Like, I mean, how can you tell who's what? So what they're saying is that it seems like Duraludon could be a ranged attacker, given how it can hurl rocky formations at the target from a safe distance. So that means you can target them without getting close, but it also does damage to a wide area. And then it also has surrounding purple orbs. That's one that I'm not 100% sure what that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit curious about its status effect as well, because when you look at the video, the spotlight that they put up, there seems to be a when it's attacking the other mon, there's like a little Duraludon face above the other mon, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've not just imagined that. I'm so curious as to what that might be. Where is it? Just so we can fact check this in real time.
Yeah, so all of these are possibilities. Yeah,
Oh man, I'm not getting Venusaur at all today. But it's just it. I'm so curious as to what that might be. Like, what kind of status effect is this going to run here? What effect at all is it going to run?
Yeah, I have no idea. I really wish I could say. We already have. Why don't you go with another attacker roll and come my lane?
Yeah, that's probably not the. Let's go for an all-rounder.
Yeah, Machamp. Definitely. So it says. So obviously we went through the deadly beam. So for those of you who don't know, I'm doing this here right up on my phone. Can't really see it too well, but this is from GameWith.net. So it says it also may seem to have where purple orbs may surround the enemy. It indicates where they may have some special effect to particular move, whether it could debuff the foe or perhaps Duraludon getting a buff at the enemy's expense.
Okay.
Its Unite looks like to be like a spinning beam of death.
Yeah, its Unite looks powerful. So, just for a quick description, Duraludon basically does a little spin round, shooting out this orange beam that creates a pizza of death. And then the pizza starts to crumble, and everyone, I'm presuming what's going to happen is everyone's going to die in the pizza.
So, I would hope so. I like the AoE characters. I like when they can do that.
Big fan.
Get him. Oh,
we got his XP. That's the main thing.
Yep. It's a solo top Lucario.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, it's got me really, really intrigued. So I think this is the thing with. I love a ranged attacker.
Did we pop him here? Yep. Oh.
Okay, you got away.
That's alright.
I'm a big fan of a ranged attacker. Like, it's a little bit like my bread and butter.
I'm getting
That's
out.
what I like to play. And it's just another one excites me because I'm just like, how is this going to change things up? How are we gonna get away with things here? Is it going to be OP? Is it going to be too strong? Or are you going to have immediate hot patch? I don't know.
Yeah, I really. So for the next one, I really think we need that supporter. I'm not gonna lie. I think we need something. I couldn't get him.
Old big style, 100%.
And then after that, if we go with another attacker or speedster, that would be fine as well. But I think ultimately we do need another healer, and we need another. We need somebody kind of like Machamp. Get up in your face. Watch, you're gonna have two pinching on you now. Get out.
There we go. I just wanted my dynamic punch. But yeah, I know what you mean. We need
somebody to be a brawler. Get up in your face, kind of do some damage. Not too squishy.
There's a lot of range going on, right?
Yeah.
Like, you think about the best attackers in the game. Particularly at this moment in time, we've got Cinderace, we've got Pikachu, we've got Venusaur. I mean, Venusaur's kind of a little bit up in your face, but it's also very. You can run Solar Beam and
you're gonna
Sludge Bomb. So it is kind of a ranged. It's built as a ranged attacker. I'm gonna rotate down here, but the best mons are definitely. Definitely range, and I think I'd definitely be all for getting up in someone's face and ruining their day. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I can see that, but maybe Duraludon provides that. Maybe it's build as a ranged attacker and just really isn't. Maybe it's super tanky. Maybe it can go toe to toe and.
We're getting hopeful.
I mean, I am a little bit, just a little bit.
Also, for those of you who don't know, E comes out on Pi Day, 3.14. So we.
Okay, I was like, Pi Day? Is this some American holiday that I'm not familiar with?
No, this is Science Day. You of all people should know what this is.
Yeah, no, this should really be on my radar. But
also
it's science. We don't do anything for Pi Day, like. It's not a thing.
Also, Lucario is going to have max stats, and I'm just feeding him. He's level 9, so good luck.
Yeah, it's okay. We're feeding down bottom as well, so don't worry too much about it.
Oh, I'm not.
It's going well. But yeah, Duraludon.
Like it's so hard because they haven't given us anything, and that's where it's just like I want to try to be like, yeah, we can do this and that, but we have literally nothing.
They keep doing this though. They did this with Hooper, and I was a big fan of that. I like the mystery. I know you like it. I know you like to find things out, but I like the mystery. I really like the mystery. So we'll see. It keeps us speculating, keeps us guessing. We don't have a lot to work on yet, like you said, but yeah, it's definitely one that we'll talk about more in future installments. But something else which I'm pretty interested in talking about here is Hooper. Because what do you think? How do you think Hooper's? Because when we first saw that hyperspace hole, we were kind of like, oh my god, this is going to break the meta. Like, the game is not going to be playable anymore.
So
it's kind of not been the case, right?
No, I think so. After watching Worlds, and just doing some playtesting, even before you just got on here, I found that hyperspace hole is actually not good. It sounds weird when you can give somebody that much mobility, and if you're in a coordinated 5-stack, that's one thing. But when you're playing with a bunch of randos, it's really difficult because you're like, okay, I'm gonna throw this hole over here, and then all of a sudden they're uniting, and then they get teleported back, and then they can't do anything, and it's just like, wow, what am I doing? You know, so it's hard. It's hard to kind of like decipher that. And I'm dead again. Oh my god. So I threw a Unite there hoping that I could get a shield back in time, and I didn't, so that just shit in the bed again. So Hoopa, I feel like, is, if you're gonna coordinate with a 5-stack with hyperspace hole, you'll be fine. You can do that, you can do well with it. But when you go into solos, your best bet's gonna be Trick. It's gonna be throwing shadow balls everywhere. You're gonna try to do as much damage, give them shields. Is it broken? I don't think so. I think that it's actually right where it should be. At times I can see it doing some damage. And I'm dead again. Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting character, because again, like everybody else, I saw that hyperspace hole and I was like, oh my god, what have they done? Like, this is insane. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hang on a minute, no one's running hyperspace hole.
Yeah,
everyone's running Trick. I mean, again, we've seen this in Worlds. So it came out in time, or not, it came out around the last lot of qualifiers for Worlds. But it didn't really, we didn't see any use of it because it was too soon, it wasn't allowed. People wouldn't have understood what they were doing. We didn't know if it was broken or what. So it wasn't allowed last time. And this is the first time that we've been allowed to see it in competitive play. And yeah, it's definitely taken a place, because if you're running, so what we've seen is, or what I've seen from the games that I've watched is, if it is in the 1-1-3 meta, then it's taken the place of the bottom ranged attacker in some cases. But it's not, which is interesting, because Hooper's a support, right?
Yes.
Like, I'm not wrong in saying that. So basically what we're seeing is 2 supports and a defender running down bottom. And yeah, it makes for an interesting build. Hooper's still quite strong, but it's not the overpowered beast that we thought it was going to be, and everybody's running Trick, which I personally love, because it's not... It does damage, and it kind of... I'm not even sure what Trick really does, to be honest. I'm really sure my inexperience with them.
So Trick does It does 60% increased move speed, and it does increased attack speed plus a shield.
Yes, that was it. So this is okay. This is one of the points that I wanted to make. The Brave Birders, the Talonflames team, they were using Trick heavily. They were using Trick on their Talonflame, and the Talonflame had an eject button, the item that I'm running that is literally in my face right now. And they were really hammering home that speed. So obviously Talonflame is a good sniper, but it really, really hammered home how powerful that Trick combo could be. And it was fantastic to see. Loved it. So it is a very good support, and it does have its place, but it's not broken the game like we thought it might.
What is Venusaur doing? What is he doing?
Venusaur's got his finger in his ass.
Oh my god!
I think we still win.
We got enough away, but it's still. I would like a comfortable win.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Okay, so Dragonite's still here, so he's just trying to be aggressive. Sorry for those of you who are trying to figure out what we're doing. We're in the middle of this battle. They scored 76. Great. That's gonna be a game here, I think.
Oh, that better not be. But yeah, it's an interesting one, right? Like we're not seeing too much of the issues that we thought we might. So I'm interested to see how Duraludon potentially plays into that.
Yeah,
and whether Duraludon breaks things as well.
Surprisingly, they've gotten this right the last handful of times. They haven't needed to do hot patches. They didn't need to do anything crazy. I hope that they kind of do the same thing in like, oh, here you can only play it in standard, and then keep that there for 5 days. This way they can do the play testing, the bugs, and everything else, and then be like, all right, now it's available for ranked. I just don't think though it's gonna break the meta. Okay. I'm like I said, unfortunately we don't have a lot of footage to go by. We don't see how fast it can move, or we've only seen a little snippet. And like you said, I want to know. I just want to be able to be like, all right, I think running Muscle Band, Buddy Barrier, Choice Specs is gonna probably be the way to go. Or I want to get builds going and try to see what would work best.
You want to do some theory crafting?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know that's your favorite thing. But yeah, I guess until we have more information on it. Oh, we've got the same guys. We've got the Greninja and the Venusaur that we were playing with last time.
All right, they weren't bad.
That's what we want. Because that Venusaur sucked. But yeah, until we have more information, I guess we can't really talk about them.
It's so difficult. But
it is.
I want it.
What I did want to talk about though, I wanted to do story time.
Oh, I know where you're going with this now.
I was going to say, I don't know why you sound so surprised, because you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Well, it was the fact that it wasn't discussed and it caught off guard, and then you brought it up. But I do know where we're going with it.
Because who did we get to play with during the week, Snide?
We got to see the one and only, not once, but twice, Zugrug. We got paired with the legend.
So, for anybody who isn't aware, if you've been living under a rock, and again, I don't know why you'd be watching a Pokemon Unite podcast and not know who Zugrug is, but if you don't, Zugrug is one of the mainstays of the Gaming Gladiators team, which are arguably one of the best teams in the world. Potentially even the best team in the world,
yep.
Which we will see decided at Worlds. And again, you know, the guy is definitely going to be in Worlds. Like, that team will be going to Worlds. So it was an absolute honor to be able to play with Zugrug.
Oh yeah.
And what did we do, Snide?
We lost.
Did we show off our skills?
I would like to say I felt like I showed off my skills. So for those of you who don't know, please go check out my TikTok. I had clipped two of my my escapades with him. So we're going to be able to see exactly what I did in his lane. I did well. I played Jigglypuff, and he was playing an Alolan Ninetales. On my end, we were dominating the whole match down at the bottom. And we were doing great. But we got down to the point where Zapdos was up, and we needed just to... We didn't really need to secure because we were in the lead. I need to back out here. But we were just kind of having a good time, and then all of a sudden, they stole Zapdos out of nowhere. I died because being an idiot. They stole Zapdos with the Talonflame, and we ended up coming down to the wire. There was an Aegislash on the base, dancing around, thinking that we had the victory, when he should have been trying to secure and make sure that the defense was still good. And wouldn't you know it, they put in 100 and they got they got the win.
Yeah,
so,
it was mortifying, really. We got paired up with one of the best players in the world, had the chance to make a name for ourselves, and we go and...
I can't say that we did it, because we did what we were supposed to. We had...
I'd say we probably had a good game, individually.
Oh, I had a great game.
I mean, I jungled, I probably could have done a bit more, but you guys rocked it down there. Like, you guys were looking so good. And again, it's one of those things, like, I don't know, I left that game, you know, I was really pleased, because I was like, oh my god, we got to play with Zugrug. This is so cool, we're getting to play with, like, celebrities of the Unite world. But at the same time, I was kind of like, oh my god, how on earth did we manage to lose this? How did we manage to ruin Zugrug's day?
Well, and like I said, we did not ruin it. That Aegislash, whoever that was, managed to ruin it. It was bad. It was
not their finest game, and you usually want to give people the benefit of the doubt in these kind of situations. But so you kind of think maybe they just disconnected, but no, he didn't disconnect.
Nope, he was dancing and thought he had everything and lost it, and I was not happy.
No. You are a very emotive man.
I'm very animated. You can say
you
it.
Wear your heart on your sleeve.
You got that right.
I think that's safe to say.
You got that right.
Pretty pissed.
Cause it's just the one time I could have been like, yo, look what we did. Almost like that time where we beat Red Love.
Red Love, yeah. Oh god, that was another good one. Whew. I was a happy boy that day.
Oh, we all were.
But I think the problem was, the only thing with that game was we didn't, like, it wasn't like, oh, we absolutely ruined them, like we thrashed them all over.
No.
We had a lucky snipe at the end against the Red Love.
Yep, hey, a win is a win, and I don't care where it comes from. We got it.
That's fair. A win is a win. But yeah, that was an interesting one. But this one, it was just kind of, it was so frustrating. It was almost like karma.
Yeah, it really. Now that you put it in perspective, yeah, it was. It was a zap stolen from us that shouldn't have been stolen, and yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and then, you know, after that, it was kind of like, oh my god, that was a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, we're never gonna get to play with the likes of that again. Like, so high caliber, like, that's so good. You know, we got to take this opportunity. And to be fair, we did take that opportunity, because, you know, we respectfully we went into stream afterwards. Obviously, we didn't go in to troll or anything like that. We went in respectfully.
Yep.
As you should. And we were just kind of like, hey, look, you know, thanks for the games, GG. Sorry, we kind of messed that up for you. And he was very polite. He took a moment, I think. He took a moment, and then he came back.
Yeah, it was a very
chair stream for a while.
It was a very disappointing loss.
I believe you have a visitor.
Yeah, I do. Hi, baby girl.
Come on. I gave him the guy.
Yeah, so he disappeared for a little while and then came back, and he gave us some good hints, which was very, very nice of him. And then we moved on, and then we were kind of like, oh god, yeah, like, oh, we can't do this again. We'll never be able to match up with that again. Like, that was such a fluke of the system. You know, we continued playing for like, I don't know, maybe another couple of hours or an hour or so, and then we line up, and it's kind of like, yo, okay, what's going on here? And I just hear Snide go, and I'm like, what's the matter? Who've we got? And there on the opposing team is Zugrug. And it was quite the match.
Now, to be fair, he was playing somebody that I don't usually see him play. Now, he was playing a Mammal Swine. And I had called jungle, which I can jungle. Not phenomenally, but I have my moments. But it was a back and forth game. It looked good. We had some great matches, some back and forth. I think we lost the first Dread by a steal. Then we had the next one that we stole, and it was just like a back and forth. It was really good. Came down to the end where a weird fluke happened. All right, and I'm gonna call it a fluke because it was so interesting. The Zugrog decided to unite, and oh god, so he was throwing his temper tantrum around, and then our Charizard ulted to pick him up out of his unite, which I didn't know could happen, but it did, to slam him back down because of the seismic toss, and he then finished the temper tantrum, which gave Zugrug a steal on Zapdos. So, multiple things happening there, which we didn't think was able to happen. And then all of a sudden, Zugrug is in my scopes. He's weak. I'm chasing him down. I'm hitting him with little basic attacks. And I'm thinking, we can do this. We can do this. We can take him down. We can take him down. And sure enough, oh god, they're all here and nobody else is. I had a moment where I could have taken him out, and I couldn't. He gets his 50 points in, and then just because I needed to do this for self-closure, I then kill him after he scored his 50 points. But if you are kind of confused of where that story was going and where everything is leading, go check my TikTok out. I had clipped everything during the moments of how we were doing, so please go check them out. You'll see me scream, you'll hear me yell. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. I had a very enjoyable game, and we lost that. God damn. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Not like that one. That game sucked. But yeah, the clip it's a real fun one, I think. It was just super funny. Like that last moment, I cannot describe how much fun I had with that last moment. Again, the clip's on Tsnydes TikTok. It's in our Discord. It's on my Twitter as well. Because it was just, again, we've hammered home on this podcast a few times, I think, about how certain aspects of the game just are not fun, right?
Right.
And we've just been like, oh, like I just wish I was able to have fun with it and stuff like that. And I think when these moments come along, you really have to hit home how fun that was. And you've really got to highlight the potential for the fun there, right?
Oh yeah.
You can't. So I don't want to just like dismiss it as like, huh, that was a funny moment. Like, the game can be incredibly fun. And again, those kind of moments really, really hit home what the game should be about, in my opinion. Because again, the game was very back and forwards. We're not trying to say that we're on the same level as Zugrug or anything like that. Again, the guy was just messing around a bit and having some fun, and yeah, it was just one of those things where the game was good on our point of view. You know, the level that we were playing at was competitive, and it was back and forth, and we had so much fun doing it. And then it culminated in a pretty tight finish. The score wasn't close, but the game in and of itself kind of was. And yeah, it was so good. And I went to sleep that night, and I was kind of like, do you know what? Yeah, I do. I really enjoy this game, and if it keeps bringing moments like that, I will keep playing. But yeah, best of luck to Gaming Gladiators in the in Worlds and in the qualifiers. Not that I think they'll need it, but they seem like a genuinely good bunch of people. Because the few interactions that I've had with them have been all positive ones. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah.
It also then, to our mental state being so oblivious, excuse me, we had other games where we had other famous streamers pop in, and Gio was kind enough to point them out. One of them was
we got to play against Feppy, didn't we?
Yep, he's on Team Shiny. So we had a couple of runs where we got some famous people, so it's great for us, but what it really shows you that this game's matchmaking is busted. It is nowhere near.
We should absolutely not be playing with those people, like,
no,
at all.
No, they're 1900 and we are 14s, so yeah, that's a little too far in my opinion.
But again, it's kind of one of those things. It's like who's online, and things like that, you know. So
sure,
it could be one of those situations. There might just not be enough people online. Could be the servers being a bit weird. Who knows? But yeah, I think it was incredibly fun.
That was the one and only time where I was like I couldn't believe that this is happening. Like.
Yeah,
I was starstruck. I really was. I was
legitimately starstruck. It was just such a weird kind of
good swipe.
Weird situation.
I was, like I said, I mean, you could ask my wife. I was, oh my god, could you believe this? Could you believe that? Like, holy cow, this!
Even in the Discord afterwards, we were just kind of like, oh my god, what just happened?
it was, like I said, and I definitely want to touch on this point because you really did hit it right where it needs to be. In the last few months, the wins didn't feel good, the game didn't feel good, you know, odds and ends, but our last time playing felt great. It felt like we were playing the game again. We were having fun, and it didn't matter what we were playing. It was just all fun, and I miss that moment. Like, I really can't stress enough how much that this game has kind of like soured me a little.
It has just really not felt fun at times, hasn't it?
No, and I really want to indicate, like, and this is why I love having this group of people in our Discord here. We have fun. We poke fun at people. You know, we just make sure that
each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. More so, that's pretty much all we do. You know, and every now and then, if like somebody's really bad off doing something, we could poke fun at them, but not too much. You know, I love our group of guys. So if you guys are just looking for some games, a good group of people to play, please join our Discord. What a Goal is actually where we're currently doing our podcast. We're having a good time doing it too. You know, lately, because of the game being a little bit soured, we kind of just all have separated a little bit. But now we're starting to come back together, and it's starting to be fun again. So hopefully with Duraludon being released, it'll spark some more play times, a little bit of fun all around.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that kind of hits it right. It's when the game isn't fun, it needs to have you need to be playing with a fun group of people, and fortunately we have that. So yeah, we'll if people want to join that, it will be in each of our Twitch channels. So yeah, please do come along. We're always looking for more people, whether you're good, bad, mid, like us. That's we're just looking for fun people to kind of enjoy the game with, because that's ultimately what the game should be about. It should always be fun.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, I feel like that's kind of a natural stopping point there, unless you've got anything that you want to touch on.
I'm good, man. I think that should be a good wrapping point.
Yeah, so I mean, the only thing, 'cause I mean, obviously we've kind of tried to push content, like content bits of the week and stuff, but again, everything's focused on Worlds right now. So if you folks are interested, go and watch Worlds. If you consume Unite content, the best thing to make Unite the best game it can possibly be is to go and support people who are participating in Worlds. It's just the prize pool is huge, which makes it exciting to begin with, and the people participating in it are also extremely lovely people. So based on our small interaction circle, but yeah, keep it going, keep supporting them, and I think that's how we'll get the game to where we want it to be.
Oh, absolutely. So Goose, I have to ask, so where can the lovely people find you at?
The lovely people can find me at x_goose on a variety of platforms, namely Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and it is all spelling variations. I've made myself extremely elusive to find, not through any fault of my own, but apparently the name Goose is quite popular. So if you find me on one, you'll find me on the rest. But x_goose is what you are looking for. And the most generic looking man in the world with a round face and dark hair. No, seriously, like just as a quick extra story time on the end of this podcast, me and my girlfriend were talking about this the other day, and it's always been a thing, like when I've been growing up, that people have been like, do you know who you look like? You look like every person on the planet with a round face and dark hair. And my girlfriend's sister is studying psychology, and apparently there's some profile thing, some basic profile that they use to kind of build off. Looks like me as well. Like, I am literally the most generic looking man, not in terms of subjective attractiveness, but in terms of physical features, most generic looking man on the planet.
Well, anyway. I mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
Only time can tell.
All I know is it gets me compared to Zach Galifianakis quite a lot.
Oh, I mean, he is a sexy bearded man, so...
He's not. That's a bad thing. That is absolutely a bad thing. I had a lady come up to me and say, you look like that guy from The Hangover. And I knew where she was going with it. I was just kind of like, oh, no, I'm not having this again. And I was just like, if you don't say Bradley Cooper, we're going to fall out. And she shut up immediately.
You look like Bradley Cooper. Oh, okay. No, the other one. Oh, damn it.
I was like, tell me a blatant lie, or we're not going to talk anymore. And I was like, sweet Jesus, I'm not being compared to Zach Galifianakis again. But yeah, anyway, where can the lovely people find yourself at?
So unlike Goose, all of mine are actually quite easy. It's Tsnydes28, and you can find me TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. You can find me pretty much anywhere. So you have nothing to really worry about. Everything's going to be easy for me. I'm also distracting these guys pretty well. There's 4 of them on me, so please, for the love of God. So it should be quite easy to find me. If you can't find me, please join the Discord. We can also message, and yes, and be friends, join, have fun. I'm always looking for people to play with. I always enjoy company. Goose, can you help me?
Oh, yeah.
Help! Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Yes.
And now, finally, we can wrap up.
That's right. With a good old W on the board here. We will catch you next week. Hopefully you guys have a good time.
Same time, same place.
Same bad channel.
Folks. Oh my days, what happened there? That game turned into chaos.